Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Good afternoon, boys. Thank you so much for your participation during the class. I hope you enjoyed the lesson today. So let us summarize all the important points of today's lesson. We started from page number 96. The lesson is about extreme weather. So here we are going to see some examples of extreme weather. Heat waves, floods, hurricane, tornadoes, droughts are nothing new, right? So let me show you the pictures of all these different types of weather so you can get the better idea about these extreme weathers. This is called the heat waves, right? In other words, we can say the hottest type of weather, right? Where the temperature will be very high, right? And it's one of the extreme weather example. It's an example for extreme weather. So then we have floods. Floods is a type of extreme weather also that where you will see the water, is coming around in the urban urban side, and it's getting out of control sometimes the situation. The flood happens because of the heavy rains. Uh, then we have hurricanes. Hurricane is also a type of extreme weather, and these are some examples that you can see the hurricanes. Also, we call these tsunamis nowadays, right? And there are tornadoes. Tornadoes, you can see a huge pressure, air pressure in a circle shape. It's also very destructive sometimes. And last but not the least are the droughts. That it's a very severe kind of weather that when there's no rain for a long time, and the soil would get the dry, or I would say the driest form of weather, when the farmers, they wouldn't be able to grow the crops in this situation. And this is how the situation occurs when there are droughts happening. Okay, so all these different types of extreme weathers are nothing new, but there have been a lot of them in recent years. And in the last 50 years, the average global temperature has risen by zero point 0.5 centigrades. And the more scientists believe that this global warming is one of the main reasons for the increase in extreme weather. So, what is the global warming that we will try to understand in this lesson? As the Earth's ocean become warmer, more moisture evaporates into the air, and the extra moisture in the air causes heavier rain, more storms, and more floods. So the rise in temperature makes dry areas without low rainfall even drier, and can turn them into deserts, right? So in both the cases, even because the dry areas, and on the other hand, uh, it's evaporating the moisture, so it causes the heavy rainfall, and the dry areas are becoming the driest. Some of them, they are turning into the deserts. So what are the causes of global warming? That the sun warms the earth. So here we are, just need your attention, and although I have explained everything during the class, but you must try to understand the factors behind the global warming, that its rays pass through the Earth's atmosphere, the sun's rays, right? And they are reflected back out to the space, as you can see the example in the picture. The sun rays are coming to Earth and reflected back. So the atmosphere is made of gases, the atmosphere out of this, the earth is made of gases, and some of these gases are called the greenhouse gases. The gases form a protective layer which helps to control the heat passing to and from the earth. The atmosphere, right, is an protective layer, in other words, which controls the heat of the sun to pass and to and from the earth, right? And it keeps at the right temperature for animals, plants, and humans. But because of a lot of fuel to heat that we are using for our houses, we're driving the cars and running the factories, right? So there are a lot of carbon dioxide we are producing. And that's the reason, right, that this layer of atmosphere, the layer of gases, is getting thicker. And that's why the temperature is rising, right? And you can see the atmosphere of Earth is getting hot because of the global warming. So the Earth gets hotter, and that's when global warming becomes a problem, right? So I hope you have understood that what is a global warming and what is the reason behind this global warming. So in the question number two, we are going to match these words with their definition, that a heat wave, flood, hurricane, tornado, drought, moisture to evaporate, raise the temperature, and reflect it. So number one here is matching with E, and the heat waves means the higher temperature than the normal and lasting for several days, right? And flood is matching with A. It's a large amount of water that covers an area which is normally dry. And hurricane, number three, is matching with the option D, a violent storm with very strong winds. Then tornado is number four, is matching with C, a very strong and dangerous wind that blows in a circle, as you have seen in the picture as well, which I have shown you earlier. Okay, then we have a drought. Drought here you can see this is an example of drought, right? Drought is number five, matching with the option B, a long period of time when there is no rain. And number six is moisture. Number six is matching with the option I, and that it's the very small drops of water in the air. That's called moisture, right? And to evaporate, number seven is matching with the H, means to change from a liquid into a gas. We call it evaporation, right? And then we have raise. Number eight, it's matching with G, means the thin straight lines of light from the sun. The atmosphere, as we have seen, it's a mixture of gases around the earth. So number nine, atmosphere is matching with option F here, the gases around the earth, and reflected is J, when light or heat is sent back out into space. So that's it for today. And your homework for today will be only one page. And that is, just give me a moment. And that is only page number 70, right? Page number 70. All right. Thank you so much for listening, boys. Complete your homework. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next class. Bye.